Hey guys, welcome to another video with Max Talks Cars. In today's video, I'm going to be bringing you some of the top Mercedes deals on leasing that you can get for under £300 per month. Now, to put that in perspective, most people pay £300 per month sometimes for Volkswagen Polos, Skodas. There's loads and loads of cars that on finance will set you back, more than £300 per month, depending on the spec, of course. But on leasing, because sometimes it can work out so much cheaper than some of the finance deals you can get. These deals are all available for below £300 a month for a brand new Mercedes. And these are good spec Mercedes as well that I found for you. These aren't, the SEs and the sports. These are AMG lines and even higher in some cases. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Using Lease Loco today. Love them. They're really good in terms of comparison. So let's get into the video. So my first pick for Mercedes-Benz cars that are under £300 per month is the Mercedes-Benz CLA Class Coupe. Now, this is a really, really good looking car and a really good deal, actually. I mean, deliveries in more than 16 weeks, so these aren't in-stock cars like I've done on my previous videos, and you can go and check those out by going to my channel and having a look at those videos. But these are cars that you can order now for factory order, and you'll have delivery, obviously, in more than 16 weeks, so more than four months, but you'll have to check when that delivery time is and see if you can hold out for that. But this right here is the Mercedes-Benz CLA Class Coupe. Now this is the CLA 180 AMG line, and the great thing is it's the AMG line Premium. So the way that Mercedes works is it's AMG line Executive, AMG line Premium, and AMG line Premium Plus. So this is pretty much the second best model you can get in the Mercedes CLA range. Now this is the CLA 180, so it doesn't have the same performance as some of the likes of the CLA 250 or the CLA 35, but these are affordable cars. Now these are cars that we're talking about under £300 a month for, which is unbelievable. So let's go ahead and check out some of the pictures. So you can see here, really pretty car, it sits really nicely on the road, quite low down. You've got these really nice and striking headlights as well. I mean, I've seen a couple when I'm driving, and I do a double take sometimes because I'm like, what is that car? And also, is that the CLA 35? Because sometimes there's so little a difference that you can't actually tell. And obviously it's got this really nice sloping rear. Being a coupe, that's how they work, with these two big exhausts that make the car feel a lot sportier. Inside, you're going to get typical Mercedes interior quality. It's second to none. It's absolutely amazing. You get on the premium package 2 massive screens. On the normal AMG line, both of these screens are kind of reduced. And then you have the executive where this screen is kind of larger and this one stays small. But you've got all these really nice buttons on the wheel. And my dad used to have a Mercedes A-Class, so I know how good they are to touch. And it's also really, really light steering. When you're steering the car, it feels like you're turning air. Honestly, it's unreal. So this is the first deal that I found. Now on Lease Loco, they rate these scores out of 100. So what you have is a 77 score for this. It's £258 a month, £258 a month, with £3,225 up front. So there is some money to be put up front, but of course you can change this profile to 9 months up front, which still makes it £272 per month, so still under £300. 6 months up front would put you at 288. So you can put down £1,848 in this car and only be paying £288.12 per month. And that's of course on 5,000 miles per year. Of course, if you increase this mileage, it will creep up. So now we're over the 300 mark. But of course, then if you put more money down as a down payment, then it will be 284. So you can play around with these figures as you want. I'll leave all these links in the description below and you can check them out. But if we go to kind of a 1 month historical price chart, it started to go down around the 21st of November. So it's dropped by about £40 since the start of November. If we go to the 6 month historical price chart, it stayed pretty stagnant. It went up slightly again, like I said, in November, but it then dropped a bit up to this point. And it's actually on with a lot of leasing companies. So this is a 16 plus week delivery, but Lease Loco are saying this is the best deal, best value for money in terms of average monthly cost. These other ones that you see here, They don't say this 16 plus week delivery, so they might be quicker, they might be longer. You'd have to just go ahead and check those deals and call those companies, and it's really easy to do. You can just click on one and then just simply click call or message, and someone will get in touch. I've done this so many times, and it's it's very quick in getting a response. So that's the first pick, the CLA 180. And in terms of the car details, it's got everything you would need. 136 brake horsepower, 200 newton meters of torque. Not gonna blow your socks off in terms of 0 to 60. 0 to 62 time of 9 seconds, top speed of 134 mile per hour. But what is great about this car is it's got a WLTP combined fuel consumption of 46.3 miles per gallon, which is really, really good. I think I did a video last week on the BMW Z4 in terms of a leasing deal, and that was coming out about 39-40 mile per gallon. So you are getting really good fuel consumption. And if you drive on the motorway, you're going to get higher, hopefully. If you're driving in traffic all the time, it's probably going to be lower. But really good fuel consumption nonetheless, and 9 seconds is still fast, 0 to 60. It's still going to feel pretty quick. So yeah, first pick is that. The second pick is actually one step up. So it's the Mercedes-Benz CLA 200 AMG line. Now, the reason I put this in is because I want to let you guys know that there's a trade-off sometimes. This is a faster model, but it's not got the premium package. So it's just the AMG line. So inside, you're not going to get the same luxury as you would on the CLA 180 premium pack. But it's still a good deal. It's £283 a month with 3,700 upfront with 5,000 miles per year. The historical price chart, again, nothing's really changed too much. But if we go on to the car details, the reason I wanted to show you this is there's not really too much of a difference. Like the 0 to 62 is 8.2 seconds, slightly more power, slightly more torque, and a slightly higher top speed. The fuel consumption's still the same. So it really just, it works as a trade-off. Do you want the luxury and the smaller engine, or do you want the bigger engine and less luxury inside? But of course, you're still going to get a great car, whatever you pick. I just wanted to show you both options of this car. And the next deal is actually another CLA, but it is the CLA class shooting brake. And what this is, it's kind of an estate car, so it has a sloping back rather than, the coupe model. So if I just show you a picture here, you see here it's got this kind of estate looking back, which some people like. If you have a dog, you can normally fit your dog in the boot rather than a coupe where they'd be shoved in the boot and wouldn't be able to fit really. But it's the same interior quality as you would get in the coupe. And all of these Mercedes get this new kind of jet style air conditioning, which I really, really like as well. Now, in terms of the price for this, it's a bit cheaper actually than the coupe one. So it's 279.89 per month and 2818 upfront. And again, that's on a 9-month upfront and 4-year term. Of course, if I change this to 12 months, you'll get it for slightly less. But Lease Local are saying that, at 9 months upfront, it's a slightly better deal, 74 versus 73, which it was just before. And the car details are very similar, 9.2 seconds, a little bit slower, but that's because of probably the shape of the car. Pretty much the same fuel consumption as well, and maybe slightly less because it might be a bit heavier, but a much bigger boot. So, if boot space is important to you, then this might be the car that you're looking for. And these cars are all automatic as well up to this point. So we've talked about the CLA, and they're all, like I said, below £300 a month, which is crazy for a Mercedes, where people normally pay £400, £500, £600 a month, like you see on Auto Trader. So the next car is the Mercedes-Benz A-Class Saloon. Now this is a manual version, but of course it's well under the £300 a month mark. It's £266.45 with around £3,500 up front. Now, the car details, again, great car, four-door saloon, so, may look a bit more executive than your typical hatchback. Very similar in terms of spec compared to CLA 180, because, of course, it's just maybe a smaller version of that. So 136 brake horsepower, 0 to 62 in 9.3 seconds, but slightly higher fuel consumption, so better fuel consumption by about 0.8 mile per gallon, which really isn't going to affect the grand scheme of things. It really just depends on the overall look. Do you prefer the CLA or do you prefer the A-Class, where it's slightly more compact, can probably fit into spaces a little bit better, and might handle a bit more sporty on the road because of its size, but the interior quality that you're going to get is pretty much the same. This is the executive edition, the one I'm showing you. So you would get a small screen here where the speedometer is, and then a large screen here where you've got your maps. But the steering wheel function would still be pretty much the same. And I really like this bit down here, which all the Mercedes have at the moment, where you've still got that touchpad. So you don't actually have to touch digital buttons on the screen. You know, everything is on this dash here, and also on this kind of touchpad, which is really nice. So yeah, 266 a month with £3,500 up front, but this is the manual version. If you want to check out the automatic version, you can go on to Lease Loco and check that out yourself. And I'll also leave a link to the description of the automatic version of this as well. And the final car on this list is the same car, but just the Mercedes-Benz A-Class hatchback. So this is a really, really good car. I know so many people have this. It's a great selling car, I think, in 2021. Really nice looking, premium feel. Manual on this one as well. I'll link the automatic one again in the description, and you can check that out. But it's 272.5 per month with about £3,570 upfront. That's on a 12-month upfront with a 4-year term. But again, if I change this to 9-month upfront, you're still going to be under the £300 mark if you're doing 5,000 miles per year. Price chart gone down quite a bit since it was about a month ago, so it might be a good time to get on this and order one. But in terms of the car details, again, it's going to be pretty similar, exactly the same as the Saloon version. So same mile per gallon, same 0 to 60, same horsepower. So it really just comes down to what you think looks better. Personally, in my opinion, I prefer the hatchback model, but I am, young and like that look. But I just think it looks really nice on the road, especially these headlights and these pipes that you get in the bottom, and these vents as well, which you get on the AMG line. And I don't believe you get on the Sport and the SE models that are lower spec. But again, if we go to the interior quality, amazing interior quality. But this is what you would get on the executive edition. You'd get a little small screen here, but of course a big screen here still. That's just an example of just the standard AMG line without any extra packages such as the executive or the premium. And you also get this start-stop engine button, which is really nice. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm going to do lots more of these once a month or even once a week in some cases. Let me know what cars you'd like me to kind of post about next and what kind of price you'd be looking to spend for a car, and I'll try and put out videos that kind of are around that. But yeah, these are the best cars that you can get in Mercedes right now for under £300 a month on Lease Loco, and really from any lease company that are of a good spec and ones that you might want to get into over the next couple of months. So do check it out. I'll leave all the links in the description. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye then.